Big Brother is willing to give you and your fellow housemates the chance to hear from your loved ones. If you choose to accept this offer, it will come at a cost of 4,550,000 naira.
Big Brother has finished all the money in the purse at this point. The money is finished because how are they losing 4.5 million naira this week? And they've lost so much money from 3 million to 10 million to 4.5 million naira now out of 80 million naira cash that they're supposed to receive in this house. Big Brother, you have finished these people's money. All these offers that you're giving using the money that the person is supposed to win. By the end of this season, maybe the person is going to go home with 30 million naira cash, and then they still have other prizes. But anyway, Koyi picked the telephone earlier today, and then they gave him an offer that he accepted. And then, so many other things have happened. There was a fight during the Smirnoff Ice task. I'm going to talk about the Smirnoff Ice task. I'm going to talk about the fight between Faith and the housemates. I'm just going to, talk about a few things that have happened so far because, yeah, the pool party is probably on right now, but let's just talk about this so that when we head on to the pool party, geez, we'll now focus on that. So, yeah, T9. Hi, T9. So yeah, um, welcome back to my channel, guys. If you're new here, please do well to like, share, subscribe, and all the good stuff. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications so that you can get notified each time I post a brand new video. So, like I said, Koyin picked the call earlier today. It was Imisi that ran to the call. If you notice from the beginning, she was closest to it, but it's as if she realized that, this may be bad, and she just paused her running halfway, and then Koyin now went for it. And when Koyin picked the call, they told him that he has the option to, like, Big Brother is offering them an opportunity to speak to people from home, right? The offer was, yeah. Somebody said, what offer again? Yeah. He offered them the opportunity to speak to their family members from home. Like everybody will get to speak to their family members. But it's come at a cost, 4.5 million naira from the prize money. And then Koyi accepted it. So I don't know. I'm guessing it's going to be this week. Later this week, their family members are going to call in. I don't know if it's actual call or they'll play video. I think it would be nicer if it's a call that they place across to them. It would be like more real, like getting to hear from your family members, right? So, oh my god, Rubo just Zita just poured food on Rubo and he hit her in retaliation. Ah ah, now just now, these housemates are going wild, you guys. What's going on? This is literally second to the last week. Why are they going wild? Two fights already happened today, which I'm going to talk about in this video, and now there's more. Anyway, I'm going to get that gist for you guys later. This is about wild. But it's fine. Let me just try to make this video not so imagine. I am the king here. It's giving Mensan. So yeah, Coin picked the call and that was the offer. So let's wait to see what's going to happen for when they are going to call. So for the Smell of Ice task, it was divided into four parts. This first part was basically like a puzzle game where they had to stack up the boxes in the right order to form the Smell of Ice cans. Right. So for this game, each one member of each team represented them. Faith represented his team, Koyin represented his team, and then Zita represented her team. At the end of the day, Koyin's team won. So Koyin's team had Koyin, Jason J, Imisi and Dede. So they won this round and they got 20 points. Other, people got like 15 and 10 points respectively. Then for the second task, it was basically a sorting game. So for each team, you're going to sort out the smell of ice that represents the color for your team, and you pick it to the other box. And as you're sorting it, you'll be blindfolded. Your team members will be the ones telling you whether you picked the right can or not. If you pick the right can, you put it in the second box, which is a second box on the left. If you pick the wrong one, you leave it. So this was basically like a sorting game, and your team members helped. So at the end of the day, the ninja came in to count to make sure that to confirm the numbers that they had for each team. And team the Jason Koyin Dede's team, they still ended up winning. But this was the part that caused fight, which is what I believe is still going on right now. Not my saying is because of the Smirnoff task that they did. So yeah, I watched the Smirnoff Ice task and I saw the fights that happened there. So I'm, ooh, you guys are missing. Oh, hey, can't be like some kind of end this live stream. Go know waiting they happen. What's going on in the house? No, Zita, I cannot lose everything because of someone who just makes noise. Nah, she should not do that. That doesn't make any single sense at all. Like, this is literally like a disqualification type thing. Even though I feel like this season Big Brother has been lenient, if this was a different season, that is definitely disqualification for probably with the both of them. Why? Why do that? Come on, you guys. They've moved to the pool party. Okay. I'm going okay. I'm going to get the gist later, Sha. Maybe after the pool party, we'll talk about the fight and let's see what Big Brother does about that. Very violent person. He showed that during his fights with Imisi. Anyway, so let's just continue so that we'll so this was where they now started fighting. So when they were doing the sorting thing, right? So we had Imisi's this team, Imisi's team had already gone. They were the first sets to go where Jason J was sorting for them, and they were just his team members were confirming for him. Now this second team had Mide, Ruboy, Isabella, Faith, Kola. So Kola was the one that went for this team, and they were, Ruboy was the one directing him when he was speaking. So while the direction was going on, Imisi made a comment at the beginning that would I say made Collar make a mistake. So he put the wrong can in their box, right? So when they now came back, Isabella was just like ranting, getting pissed off at um Imisi for doing that. That why did she obstruct her team? That when it was their time, they didn't say anything. So Isabella and Midi, they were literally like going off on Imisi at this point, right? When they came back from their own game.
We are quiet so people will concentrate and do your thing. Reach our phone, you're opening your mouth and be talking to distract him. It was when you said that if you showed up to it, he still did not meet and go. When Jesus spoke, did you hear our voice? Yes or no? People were like, who? How is that your fucking business? Calm down, stop something. Did you say anything?
The thing got serious. So the thing got a bit serious. I was the time me they made a statement saying that Imisi is carrying her sense in her bag. I mean, yeah, put all her sense for her bag. She's using her brain to work out. I say, hey, I saw the thing serious, rich. So and I think this thing is as a result of, would I say, oversabi in a way, because Kola was the one doing. So I don't know whether Missy whether it was she was sent to help, or what. I don't know why she like voiced out anything. Like normally, if the other people are performing or doing their own, you're supposed to keep quiet because you can distract them. These people are literally blindfolded, and any comments you make can make the person confused. So I understood their anger and where they were coming from, even though I did not think that it was Isabella that was going to drag me. See, you guys know that they're friends. So I was like, okay, the friendships in this house are very somehow. So I didn't know that it was Isabella that was going to start the dragging. So Isabella started it, Mide took over, and then the whole thing continued from there. And Kola was just not even sent the home. At time just they what they involved in the fight. So at the end of the day, this team ended up winning this part of the task. That's the sorting task. They got 20 points, and then the other teams 15 and 10 points respectively, right? So moving on from that, for the next game, it was a car race. They had to like direct the toy cars on the track until they got to the end. So Otana represented her team, Faith represented his team, and Jason J represented. I mean, was it Ruboy that represented? Anyway, Jason J represented his team, and they won again. Like they won 3 out of 4 of the arena games for the Smirnoff Ice task. So this when they got to this point, they got 20 points again. And then Imisi was just there dancing, and the people that were dragging her, they were just not happy with the whole thing, right? So yeah, and thank you very much, Carol. Imisi always involves herself when Kola is the subject. That's why I said I don't know whether now over Sabi because the whole thing. because if it was not Kola, she would have probably not said anything, and that's what puts her in trouble. You are not supposed to say anything when these people are like doing their stuff, right? T9. So yeah, this team won again. So at this point, they already had 60 points, and it was obvious that they were going to be the overall winners. But they were four parts of the task, so they had to move on to the last part of the task. For the last part of the task, it was for them to make cocktails, right? So Mide represented her team, Dede represented her team, and then Sultana represented her own team. And they used the ingredients given to them to make different cocktails. For this part of the task, Sultana's team had the most points. Mide's team had Dede's team was next. Sultana's team had 20 points, Dede's team had 15, and Mide's team had 10 points, right? But like I said, um Dede's team was already like way ahead, so they had the overall win, right? After their this thing. Yeah.
Team Original. Thank you, big brother. Thank you. Gracias.
So like I said earlier on, there was a fight between Faith and the housemates, and this whole thing started off as a result of the housemates like they're just vibing in the kitchen. They're using pots, plates, hitting the table. You know how you're doing all this gyration type vibe, like they're just like shouting, singing. They're just having fun, right? Midday, what they call him, Rude Boy, Mensan, a lot of them came up, a lot of them were in the kitchen just like, vibing and everything. And then Faith came to tell them that their voice was loud, that they should reduce their voice. And they were like, nah, it's Big Brother's house. You can't tell us what to do. We're just having fun. We're vibing and everything. And then Faith now joined them. He carried pots and joined them to kind of like disrupt the sound that they were making. So he was now hitting pots, hitting pots, hitting pots, but he noticed that it wasn't having any effect, right? So he now left it. Then the next thing, they started arguing about the whole situation. They were saying, you can't tell us what to do. We're in Big Brother's house. And the thing now turned into a major argument. Now, Faith and Jason J was actually on Faith's side. He was saying, there's nothing wrong if someone is telling you to just reduce your voice, or trying to tell you not to like make noise and everything. And so Jason J was on Faith's side. So they were now saying that what they're going to do is that later on in the night, they are going to make noise. As Faith was saying, that when they are sleeping, he's going to come and make noise. And Koyin was like, no problem now. Make noise. We're going to go band for band. Everybody's going to keep making noise. So that was the initial threat. But the next thing, the thing now entered wager matter. And then Big Brother now ended up. Sorry, if I say Big Brother, the reason I said Big Brother is because I saw these comments. I think Big Brother is broke because all these opportunities of enjoyment are just excuse to reduce the money. Whatever reason, everyday drama. I'm loving them. Kudos to you and Isabella. Kudos to you, gifts and where. So the thing I entered their wager thing. First now went to carry the paper that had like the wager that's what they had written down so far. Mostly him that wrote down the things, although Mensan had some things, some of his information there. So, a good some of them had already like contributed. Faith wrote down some things, and then he went ahead to tear the paper. Take note of the fact that this wager na tomorrow. Now if Faith go tear the paper, I say I saw the thing don't reach for this house. What's going on? Um, hey God, see, Faith, get us in they do sometimes where no make sense. Like, to be? Why do you have to make extreme choices? Like, why do you have to do extreme things? Like, I get that you were pissed off and you were telling them to reduce their voice, and they were still, they still continued what they were doing. Like, you can literally make noise back when they're sleeping, like you said. That's fine. You can decide to do other things, but why do you have to take an extreme decision almost every time when you're pissed off? You guys remember the whole kerosene thing that time? And sorry, the pot thing, the pan thing that himself and Imisi they were dragging and all of that. Like you don't always have to do extreme things, even if you're pissed off. I think that's where I have a problem with it. Like I can get that someone is triggered or maybe people do something and then you get angry and everything. That's one thing. But like for you to do something extreme when you're pissed off, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's just like when the Imisi spoon thing happened, you went and carried everybody's spoon. Like nobody would justify that kind of action. So now you've turned the paper, and this whole act is definitely going to affect you guys' wages tomorrow. So it makes no sense, making those kind of crazy decisions. If you say, okay, maybe it's a game and this is just him doing his own game thing, maybe. But I just hope that's not how like he acts normally. Because if you act like that, like outside, and then any small thing or whenever you're pissed off, you take extreme measures, you do extreme things, then it's not a good trait, especially as somebody that's in his field of work. Like there are certain times you have to just like hold back and think about what you're about to do and think about how much of a damage it will cause before you do that kind of thing, right? So I don't know whether that game they play more. See, at this point I don't tire for their this thing, whatever it is that happens. Now them sabi jare, now them sabi I don't fit change people if it's you, enter. When all at you, you must do something to provoke them to. Nah, not me. If you say if it's me, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I definitely will not do that. Maybe something else. Like I said, someone like me. Okay, let me just give an example of what I might do. When they're sleeping in the night, that noise that you people refuse to stop making, that's probably when I'll carry pot and be hitting everywhere. Con, 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 con. People are not going to sleep. We are just going to keep annoying ourselves. But I wouldn't do something as crazy as that. Personally, I won't do that. And I think that it's not, you have to like calm down sometimes. Now, Faith right time. Okay, let's even assume that he's the one that wrote it. It's for them to do their wager tomorrow. So why? Like why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Hey, Nello, you answered the red phone and accepted. Oh, okay. It seems so aggressive. You don't tell a perfect person how to react. Actually, you can. It doesn't mean that the person is going to react that way, but I think you actually can have an opinion as to what you think about the person's reaction. I think, and that's what we usually do here. You just give your opinion on someone's actions, you know. But I don't. I think it was an. I think it was way out of place with that. Um, say body shame. Well, like I said, I honestly don't really have energy for the Abazos at this point. Can you show me the OV? Is it AV or what's that? I can't show you there. Brenda, I honestly can't show you. um, honestly can't show you. That's fine. If you think it makes sense, does it make sense to you? Does it make sense to you, Frederica? Does it make sense to you? Doesn't make sense to me, but does it make sense to you? Do you think that it made sense? You know, mm, say it was too much on that guy. I must see. I don't get energy. Make I just just do this. But you guys don't like if it's somebody else. You guys don't like even when Imisi did the spoon thing. We all agreed that that was like an overreaction. We know that she was provoked. She had her whole thing. We agreed that that was an overreaction. Like we agreed that she overreacted. So why is this a problem to accept that this is not the way to go? I don't mind you doing certain things, but like this is their whole wager for tomorrow. Like, what happened between them? No, I just brought out the video of the fight. Yeah, I don't just the video of the fight. Let me see, had hot spoons and you all were laughing at that. The housemates were no. If you watch my video when I spoke about the Mrs. Spoon situation, I was legit pissed off at that act, and I did not understand people that were even like standing for it. Like, why would you do that? Like, somebody does something to you, or you have an issue with the head of house, face the head of house, face the people that did it to you. I did not. I did not support that act the same way I'm not supporting this, the same way I will not still support another person that does that. So if you're supporting this because of the Imisi thing that was supported, then it's a different case. It means that you don't really support the act, but it's because you're just like you're basing your judgment off of the fact that other people's bad behavior has been accepted. Then that judgment is not I wouldn't call it like a fair judgment, if I may say. Push him to the wall. How did they anyway? um they did the same noise thing. Why didn't they attack her? I don't even know. Do you know funny thing is when Big Soso did the whole noise thing, when she was telling them to keep quiet and everything, I was actually surprised that although it was night, like it's night, people are sleeping and everything, it's different. This one is afternoon, you guys are awake, and then everybody's like jubilating and stuff. But like that was night. I understood that she was sleeping and then they were just making that noise. But still, I was like, if you tell me that one like that, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna continue doing that. I was surprised that the housemates like decided to stop the noise. But yeah. Um. mm, okay, that's fine. Like we all have our opinions, but to me, I still stand on the fact that that was an overreaction. And it did not make any sense to me. Um. Thank you. Like that was nice. It was nice at least. Yes. Like that's why I said I understood her own a little bit more. It was a manner of approach that was my problem. You cannot come and tell me, you should keep quiet. I'm sleeping. I will not keep quiet. Oh. If you want me to keep quiet, address it well. But that was night. Like I said, this afternoon, everybody they vibe. They are giving us a vibe. You want to spoil our vibe. You want to spoil our shine. Yeah. So I'm just gonna end this live stream here so that we can go watch the party. You can go watch. Why do people always say this in housemates are against faith? Okay. Yeah. Thanks guys. I wouldn't want to be replying the same person because it's literally it's to be like we're having like a back and forth. But yeah, that's just my opinion on it. So thanks guys for watching. Munira say, I want to go and watch fights. I want to go and watch you. I want to go to blogs and find the fight footage. Please like this video if you're currently on the live stream. Nene. It's not the same. Ah, Faith has even called himself a bully sometimes. Faith that will do his own thing and go and sit down and be laughing. It's not the same, dear. Maybe that's the eye you're using to look at him. That's why you're seeing him like that. You're seeing him as some victim or something, and that's why it feels like, oh, everybody's against him. Well, anyway, he can handle himself. So yeah, please like this video, and I'm gonna see you guys after the pool party. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Love you. Miss, I need to know too. I'm gonna find out. Bye, guys. Kisses.